So I thought now would be a good opportunity to do a video on more information about somatic symptoms flare-ups in relation to the nerves, because I'm in a mild one at the moment, so it's easier to explain it what's going on than to bang on when you're all, ranty. Sorry. Because seeing me all talking away on these videos, it's like people don't believe what I'm saying because I come across as fine. What does she talk about? She can function, she can communicate, she's getting around just fine. But what people don't understand is my functioning capacity. What I'm talking about is it's very different when there's a human around, or if there's a time pressure, any sort of expectation, it'll not be this way. So I will not be able to find my words. I will not be able to get things out the way that I need to. And if there's a human present, things just shut down, and I struggle. Even now, I'm not my normal level of energy. I'm in a lot of pain. I've been in a flare-up with my nerves for a couple of days now. And they're different. The flare-ups, when they're like this, if you can ride it out, it's tolerable. But you just got to do everything you can to not overexert, not have too much stress, not to have too much stimulation, and not be in the cold, which is the main one for me at the moment, because I am in the camping sort of lifestyle and in my car most of the time, and it's fucking cold at the moment at night. So it's kicking in a lot at night. So right now I've got pain all the way from this part of my ankle all the way up here, all in my thigh. This is where it all originated from. It's coming up in here, it's up my back, and it's through here in my hips. And when it happens, it's like burning. Now, for it to be at this level, it's tolerable. If I were to go out driving, or if I was to have someone here with me and I got triggered, that would come up my ribs, up my neck, and it does this thing where it like feels like someone's grabbing me, like grabbing my fucking face and like pulling at everything, and then the burning starts, and that's what is causing my self-harm. So I can't speak for everyone with the disorder. I can't speak for everyone who self-harms, and I can't speak for everyone who has the disorder and self-harms. However, for me, self-harm, when I was a teenager and in my early 20s, it was a way to release when I wasn't feeling okay psychologically, and I just needed to get it out, and I would take it out on myself. Because I wanted to hurt someone, but I would never want to hurt someone. So I'd always hurt myself. And then I stopped and I snapped out of that. And I went off and, traveled the world and lived and had all these experiences. But over the years, my sensory was building up. So was my trauma and my triggers on top of one of another. Instead of healing, every year I was going backwards, and I could feel muscle pain getting worse, stomach flare-ups, blah, blah, blah. But this thing in my nerves, it only got this bad in the last maybe year or so, year or two, year and a half, however long this has been going on, because my body's in such shock. It's been in fight or flight for so many decades now that everything is just permanently seizing. So the tiniest bit of stress, the tiniest bit of cold, the tiniest bit of anything, like this leg right now, I can't fucking move it. Like, I've been here for a very long time just massaging it because I can't do anything. So where you can see right now, It's all along there. And it's like right through the hips and ribs. And it's going to be like this until I get paid, probably, because when you're on the pension, it's barely enough to survive with life, let alone your chronic illness and all your medical needs. Like, disability means you have something medical going on, whether it's mental or physical, and that costs money. So just to break it down, why people with this disorder have no chance, the disability pension is $600 a week. For me personally, half of that goes on my car payments and my rent. I do this because right now rent is actually storage because I'm too scared to live there. But I'm using the same amount that I would for rent to store my stuff and have that base. And then that leaves what, $300 a week for food, insurance, rego, petrol, pets, internet, phone, whatever. Like, how do you think people are going to go out and buy medicine and get treatment and have all their appointments? I was on a waiting list with a specialist GP for 5 months. I finally got there, and I had to cancel all the appointments that I had for like half a year because I can't afford her. I've had to cancel my therapy because I can't afford it. So until I get paid on Wednesday, my nerve pain is going to stay like this because I've got no petrol. I'm eating cereal with water. I am rationing meds, which I have been for a while now anyway. I don't even have toilet paper. So I'm in this situation where I can't be warm, I can't eat, I can't be safe or do anything that I need, which is all going to be how my nerves calm down. Safe, warm, nourished. You got to take care of yourself and self-love more than anything when you have trauma. And if you are roughing it on the pension, still trying to survive day to day, you're never going to go forward. You're only going to go backward. And it's really hard. And it makes you not even want to try some days, because myself, to be born into poverty, to have a pedo father, abuser, to get out of that and work hard to get yourself into this position where you are still traumatized, you are still in pain, every day is a struggle, but you are living, you are working, you are traveling, you are making goals, you are making plans. You have a credit score of 900 and something, you're volunteering. And then all of a sudden, because you trust the wrong person, you literally put your life in their hands. You are now back to that poverty, but your illness is a lot worse than it's ever been. And you're surrounded by people who don't understand it, who are looking at you like you're a piece of shit on drugs because you are so triggered when you're around them now. People with this disorder, unless they're in money or big families who really try to support them and love them and care, they're only going to go backwards. And these symptoms are very real. They're so debilitating. And the smallest thing can set them off and have all these ripple effects that stop you doing this, and then you cancel that, and then an accident happens here, and it's endless. It's endless. So it's an ongoing battle, and that's why a lot of people with the disorder are looked down on and judged as lazy and pathetic, and we can't take care of ourselves, and we're making the wrong decisions all the time. But people just have no idea